How to make a go-goated map in Fortnite Creative. Go to Create New Island and then select the Meadow Island. Name it whatever you want. Once you load in, go to Island Settings and copy these settings. Teams, Custom, Team Size, Dynamic, Voice Chat, All, Spawn Limit, 1, Total Rounds, whatever you want, mine's 10, Time Limit, none, Last Standing Ends Game, on, Join in Progress, Spawn on Next Round, Game Start Countdown, off, Time of Day, 4 PM, this will make your map always bright, Starting Shield Percentage, 100% shields, Infinite Consumables, Building Materials and Ammo, off, Building Can Destroy Environment, no, Environment Damage, off, Full Damage, on, Glider Redeploy, off, Health Grind Elimination, whatever you want, mine's 50, Game Score Display Time, 5 seconds, Round Score Display Time, 5 seconds, then Tiebreaker 1, Eliminations, Tiebreaker 2, Damage Dealt, Tiebreaker 3, Eliminated, and Tiebreaker 4, Health. Next up, making the actual bases. Go to Content and then Galleries and search for Obstacle. Then select 4 of the obstacle course galleries. I've picked red, purple, orange, and also black. Then go over to Devices and get the Mutator Zone device. Once you have gotten all of those, go to the middle of your map and place your Mutator Zone device. You can tell where the middle of your map is by opening your mini-map, and where your marker first is where the middle is. Then just change zone depth and also zone width to 35. This will give you a parameter to put your bases on, so you know they're all exactly the right way out. Next up is making the bases. Place all 4 of the galleries you selected on the side of your map. We're placing this here so you'll be able to easily access floor, walls and stairs for the bases. First up, grab a wall and bring it over to the edge of the Mutator Zone. Place it, but make sure it is lined up with the actual device in the middle. Then copy 1 wall either side of it, and then finish the base. The dimensions for this base is 3 across, 4 back, and 2 up. So quickly do this like I have. Next, delete the wall on the Mutator Zone side of the base, and then place a ramp going outwards. Build a little box around this ramp, and then place 2 floors either side of it on the second layer. This is for the 2 launch pads. You can get these 2 launch pads from the Consumables tab. Place the 2 launch pads on both floors and make sure to build a little box around those launch pads as well. Once you have done this, grab a number from the Military Numbers gallery. That's where I've got my number from. I've chosen the red number 1, but if you don't want colors for your numbers, you can use the obstacle galleries, which are just plain white numbers. Place this on the top wall outside. Next, go back inside your base and place a ramp going up 1 wall from the back in the middle. Then place floors all around for the second layer, except of course over the ramp so players can walk up. Then place a vending machine just against the wall and then go for this option. Go down to Model and select Screen Only. This will make it look a lot cleaner. Then copy this process a lot of times and place all your guns inside of this for the players to select their loadouts if they want to change it whenever they go into the game. Next, delete the middle far back wall and build a little box without a roof. Then place a bouncer on the floor. You can find this bouncer from the Consumables tab. Next, go up and finish off your roof, except of course don't place a roof over the bouncer so players will be able to quickly go up. Once you have done all this, you have completed the actual layout of the base. So next, place a mod bench inside the base to the left of the ramp going outside of the base. This is just for players to mod their guns if they wish to. Next, go under the ramp that goes up to the second layer and place the item spawner. Copy these options. Item respawn, off. Random spawns, random. Base visible during game, off. Time before first spawn, 7 seconds. And respawn item on timer, off. Then place all the guns you want to randomly spawn into the item spawner. Once you have done all this, the whole base is complete. So just select everything and then copy it over to a different side of your island. Make sure it lines up with the green Mutator Zone and is in the middle as well. Then just delete all the walls, floors and stairs and replace it with a different color. you will actually have to delete everything, so make sure not to accidentally break the whole base. And then of course replace it with a different number, and also make sure to place back the bouncers and launch pads. Then repeat this process 2 more times so you have all 4 bases for your map. Once you have done all 4 of these bases, you can delete all the other galleries on the side of the map and also the mutated zone. Next up is the pre-game lobby / early game lobby. Grab the flat grass patch from the grey cliff grass gallery and place it in the sky. Before you do this, make sure you have drops off in your quick menu. But place this, resize it to as big as you can, and then place it in the sky. Once you have placed it, copy it a bunch of times. Make sure to keep the whole area flat, don't go up or down. Once you have done your whole area, I'll show you how to make a team selector. You will need the class selector device and also the trigger device. First up, place down the class selector and copy these options. Team to switch to, any team, mine's team 2. Size of volume, 3. Visible during game, off. Accent color, any. Activation audio and zone audio, off. Then, place down a trigger and copy these options. Activating team, same as your class selector. Visible in game, off. Trigger by player, off. Trigger VFX and SFX, off. Then place down another trigger. Keep all the same options, but change enabled on game start to off. Then go back to your original trigger and go to functions. Change enable when receiving from the other trigger on triggered, and trigger when receiving from the class selector on team switched. Then go to events and put on triggered send event to the other trigger. Disable. This will make it for 2 players to join a team, but if you want the max players to join 4 or 3, just copy this process enough so you have 3 or 4 triggers. If you want players to get teleported when they enter the class selector, place down a teleporter where you want them to end up and copy these settings. Teleporter group, group none. Teleporter target group, group none. Selected team, same team as your class selector. Teleporter ref visible, no. Play visual effects, no. And play sound effects, no. Then go to functions and put teleport when receiving from the class selector on team switched. Then copy this teleporter for the amount of players that can enter a team. Next up, the game mechanics. Place a basic storm controller in the middle of your map and copy these settings. Generate storm on game start, no. Initial radius, 150. Wait time, 10 seconds. Resize time, whatever you want. And damage level, 7%. Then place a timer device and copy these settings. Duration, how long you want for players to select their team. Start at game start, on. Can interact, no. Visible during game, all. Timer running text, pick your team. Then go to events and put on success, send event to basic storm controller, generate storm. Next, place a team settings inventory device and put team to team 1. Then drop all your weapons, mats, ammo, heals you want. This will just be the starting weapon, so don't make it anything too good. Then, once you've done this, copy this 3 more times and change the team every single time. If you want more Fortnite creative tutorials like this, either press the video on screen now or subscribe to my channel so you can get updated for when I post a new Fortnite creative tutorial every week.